Alright guys, today we're going to be doing some maintenance on the old Husky. Come along with me, we'll figure it out together. Basically today is the day that I have chosen on all the coldest days of the year to come out here and clean up my bike. So, it's already been halfway cleaned up. Now we just need to take some shit off, grease it up, put it back together, get it ready for the next ride. So here we go. So basically, we're going to start taking these radiator guards off, louvers, whatever you guys want to call them. Couple bolts, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Get those taken off, clean them up, and then slowly work our way around to the wheels. Now right there is why we take everything apart. Things are nasty. Let's get them cleaned up. Alright, got that all done, cleaned up good enough, and basically gonna do the same thing the other side, and we're gonna put this one back on. Always put your bolts in the same spot, right there on the box, so that way you lose them every time you go to look for them. Alright, now we're gonna get the rear wheel off, check the bearings, make sure they're all nice and greased up. Check the caliper, check the brakes. Get ready to check the spokes here in a little bit, and then once we put it back on, we'll adjust our chain tensioning because she's a little loose. We'll go from there. Oh yeah, filthy. And that's why it is important to do regular maintenance, and this thing has been neglected. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and do the spokes, make sure they're all nice and tight. I'm using the Warp 9 torque wrench for the spokes. You don't have to do this, but I'm doing it just a little extra precaution. Make sure you get things right and don't ever torque it, get your wheel out of true. So basically, Husqvarna's are 6.9 for the spokes. If you don't know, I'm going to set it to 6 Newton meters like the manual calls for. Alright, so basically how checking your spokes is going to work, you're going to pick one and you're going to skip 2, do the third, skip 2, do the third, skip 2, do the third. So basically it's going to look kind of like this. Grab a hold of 1, 1, 2, get on it, 1, 2, get on it, 1, 2. Alright, then you do that the whole way around, and then you start over. So then when you come back and you get it back around and you start with this one, you're going to do the same thing. Skip 2, do the third, skip 2, do the third. Alright, now that you got all that done, you went all the way around 3 times. Little thing I like to do, might be overkill, you don't have to do it, but I'll actually go, after I get all that done, I'll go sequential, you know, one after another. Just maybe not till the torque wrench kicks over, but just to give a little bump to make sure they're all nice and snug. And then after that, we'll grease everything back up, get the axle all greased up, and then we'll put it all back together. Alright, so now we're going to put this wheel back on, get it all greased up. Alright, one thing to make sure of is when you do all this, to get all that shit out of your brake calipers, because that's the last thing you need when you go to try to stop and something messing it up. So, all right, we got the chain all tightened up. I'm getting ready to torque down the rear axle. Best practice to put a rag or something in there to get your wheel nice and tight and straight. All right, once you get that done, roll your wheel forward, pull that out, spin it just to make sure everything's good to go. Double check your chain tension, 3 fingers, good to go. All right, I'm going to clean up and do the front. All right, getting ready to take the front wheel off here. I already got the nut loose. I leave these tight just until I get that broke loose, and then I'll undo these a little bit, and then I'll use this to push that out, unscrew it, and then pull the axle itself out. Got the wheels off. Alright, we got the front wheel off here. Getting ready to check the tightness of the spokes. Alright, now that that's done, we're going to put the wheel back on the bike. And we're probably going to call it a day, because that's really all the stuff we need to do. It's always a good idea to go over all your little bolts after every ride, after every couple rides even, just to make sure nothing's going to fall off and get loose, because the last thing you want is, you know, your forks coming loose, or especially your brake pedal coming loose. That happened to me in my last ride. I had to tighten it down. So you definitely don't want any of that happening, so it's always a good idea to go over your bike after every ride just to be safe. Yeah. Alright, always remember to get the old grease off of your axle shaft here. Clean that up nice and good. And then put new on and put the bike back together. So that basically concludes that. We got the wheel and everything all put back together. Alright guys, I'm Aaron with South County Outdoors. And remember, get out there and learn something new. Thanks for watching.